Recently, This Is America visited the Republic of Kazakhstan in Central Asia. Kazakhstan is one of the 15 countries which were formed by the breakup of the Soviet Union, and it's the most successful of them all. On December 16th, Kazakhstan celebrates its 20th anniversary of independence. It's the 9th largest country in the world, and its location, oil and mineral wealth, and government's vision have all contributed to its rapid growth. Internationally, Kazakhstan is a world leader in the goal of eradicating nuclear weapons on Earth. It's a beautiful country of snow-capped mountains, vast steppe regions and deserts, and both historic and futuristic cities. With a population of 16.5 million people, Kazakhstan is home to more than 100 different ethnic groups, resulting in an incredibly rich and diverse culture. Over the next few programs, This Is America will take a look at the culture, people, government, economy, and sites of Kazakhstan. We'll also take a look at the importance of Kazakhstan in the region and its relationship with the United States. This Is America visits the Republic of Kazakhstan.
The Kazakh people are a really interesting and gracious people, and they're very hard to pigeonhole. You know, people will look at the region and say, oh, it's Central Asia. Well, it is, that's a geographic term, but culturally it's different. You know, the Kazakh culture goes all the way back to the days of the nomads, you know, Americans. Everybody's heard of Genghis Khan, for example. This is all part of that ancient culture. The nomadic culture continued for a very long time, and while today it's no longer exists, you know, pretty much everybody is settled these days, it still impacts the thinking. You know, in a nomadic culture, the family moves as a unit. There's a heavy emphasis on relations and on community, and all that continues, and that it gives a unique aspect.
During our recent visit to Kazakhstan, we discovered a wonderful country of contrasts: traditional, unique, historic, modern, old, and new. The old capital city of Almaty is home to culture and education, while the new capital city of Astana is home to the government. In Almaty, we visited a huge old world market. They call it the Green Bazaar, selling all kinds of produce and goods. Our translator, Doren, explains.
We're currently in the middle of the central agricultural market of Almaty, where you can buy fruits, vegetables, spices, appetizers, and meat. It's a multinational place. A lot of ethnic groups and minorities are represented here. Many of them fill in their traditional gaps. For example, Koreans sell different spices and salads. Kazakhs, as the descendants of nomads and livestock managers, sell meat. Uzbeks and Tajiks sell different sweets, nuts, and dried berries.
We discovered a different kind of shopping experience in Astana. The largest tent in the world is designed to replicate a traditional Kazakh yurt. It's got, it seems, every shop in the world, and even has its very own indoor beach. It's similar to what we find in American malls, but this one has a few extra perks. Kazakhstan is a huge country, and business activity is very diverse. Financial and knowledge centers in the east, old world fishing, and new world oil in the west. Traditional Kazakh music, we found that, of course, in a restaurant. However, at the magnificent opera house in Almaty, there's the international music of opera. What would you say are the pillars of the foreign policy of Kazakhstan?
Well, you know that after gaining independence in 1991, we became a full-fledged members of the United Nations as a peace-loving nation, and our foreign policy based on the purposes and principles of the United Nations Charter. In 1994, we joined the NPT as a non-nuclear state, and in 1995, together with the cooperation extended from the United States, we managed to get rid of the nuclear arsenals that are being stored in Kazakhstan. So by getting rid of the nuclear weaponry, we managed to completely reverse the trend of the country, and we managed to attract the economic potential of our country by attracting this much amount of investments from abroad. And frankly speaking, in this region, in Central Asia, 80% of investments coming to Kazakhstan.
They call Almaty the city of parks. It's beautifully green, and there are parks just everywhere. Perhaps the most famous park in Almaty is Panfilov Park. We took a walk in the park, and Timur from the mayor's office was our guide.
The central place of this park is the square and the memorial of 28th Guardians of General Panfilov. This war memorial was made to pay a tribute to our honor of the warriors who died defending Moscow in 1941.
Opposite the memorial is the famous Zenkov Cathedral.
This is the oldest and the most important church for the Russian Christians in Kazakhstan. This church built by famous architect and very important man for our city, Mr. Zinkov. This church was built in 1907. It survived a terrible earthquake in 1911. This is the traditional materials of Russian classic architect. It is made of wood and stone. The style of building this church is similar to the Cathedral of Vasily Blazhenny in Moscow.
I was invited to do an interview for the television network Caspianet. Host interviewer Jonathan Newell has his own program about Kazakhstan. After showing me around, I had the opportunity to sit and interview him. You're very blessed to have this opportunity here, aren't you?
Thank you. Yes, I am indeed, and I do recognise that this is a great opportunity to discover Kazakhstan, to see a new culture at work and a new culture also in growth, because the changes here are absolutely immense. The place changes all the time.